Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the forthcoming presidential election of Nigeria. The 2023 presidential election of Nigeria is going to be influenced a lot by religion, and this is thanks to Aswadi Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, who ignored our diversity and insisted that only Muslim tickets can help him win the election. That singular action has thrown religion at the centerpiece of this election coming up next year. And because of it, we are going to look at how it's going to impact the election. And it's also going to be a major factor in who will become the president of Nigeria in 2023. Because if not for what Aswadi Bola Ahmed Tinubu did, if he had followed the principle of federal character, the principle of natural justice, by picking his vice presidential candidate from among the northern Christians, religion perhaps wouldn't have played the kind of role it is likely and most likely to play in the 2023 presidential election. Now, the Muslim ticket is not in the headline as much as it was a few weeks back, but don't be fooled by that silence. It is still brewing, and it will continue to brew until the election day in February next year. Now, something brought it up to my attention because there was something that the former Speaker of the House of Representatives posted on his Twitter handle on it, which is what this video is all about. The former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, and the former Secretary to the federal government, Bashar David Lawal, they are the arrowhead or the leaders of the Northern Christians in APC. That's the Forum of Northern Christians in APC, which had expressed opposition to Muslim tickets of the APC. You have not been hearing their voices lately, so many people may think that they are no longer concerned about that situation. But I can tell you for free that they are still working on it. And the tweet that Yakubu Dogara made has once again brought that matter to the fore. And Yakubu Dogara, in a tweet he posted on his Twitter handle, he posted a picture and a tweet. In that picture, which was posted on his Twitter wall, it shows the picture of the former Kogi State Deputy Governor, Simon Achuba, in the company of all the chairmen of Christian Association of Nigeria from the 19 northern states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. And in the tweet accompanying that picture, Yakubu Dogara wrote, he said, Nigeria Decide 2023. The fight for justice continues. Today we held a consultative meeting with Christian leaders from the 19 northern states and the FCT on the pan-Nigerian platform to adopt in 2023. So the meeting they held was to decide on the pan-Nigerian platform they will adopt in 2023. Obviously, they are not going to vote for APC presidential candidates. So that is the essence of the meeting, is to know the party they will adopt to vote for in 2023, party to adopt. That's an interesting development, and it's expected. And we are going to talk about it in details here to the best of our ability. But before I go on that, if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime there is a new video from me, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, they say it is to decide which pan-Nigerian platform to adopt. Now, this group of Christian leaders, their job is made easy because in July, the Christian Association of Nigeria produced a document or a circular from the Political and Strategy Committee of CAN, where they set up they listed the criteria of the candidates that Christians will vote for in 2023, and they distributed it to all the churches. So I'm particularly surprised that they say they are about to decide. Of course, they have to decide, but I want to help guide them on who to vote for if they are really serious and concerned about the future of their faith, which is the Christian religion, the survival of it. Because I can tell you for free, if this Muslim ticket works, if they were able to win, it will be the pattern going forward. There will never be a time a northern Christian will ever be chosen to be vice president. And they might even reach a position whereby anytime power is coming to the south, they will look for a southern Muslim to give the power. So it is a battle that need to be fought for justice, fairness, and equity. Now, how can you stop it? It is by making sure that the APC does not win this election. And how do you do that? CAN has already, as I said earlier on, set up criteria for who Christians should vote for in 2023 and the kind of candidate they should reject. One can say that any presidential candidate, any ticket that is linked or is associated with drugs, Boko Haram, intolerance, that Christians should not vote for such a ticket. They also say that in that circular by CAN, they say that any ticket in which any one in that ticket is linked to corruption, that the Christians should not vote for such a presidential candidate. Any presidential candidate that is associated with religious bigotry, like Boko Haram, they should not vote for such a person. Any presidential candidate that supports open grazing, they should not vote for such a person. So the only presidential candidate Christians should vote for is presidential ticket that supports anti-open grazing law. nationwide. They said that uh, the presidential candidates that they should not support, any presidential candidate that support Uruga, that Christians should not support such a presidential candidate. And then so they also say that any presidential candidate that is not in good health, sound mind, and physical fitness should not be voted for. Now, since APC is out of the picture, the two major political parties that are in the picture now, which the Forum of Christian Northern Christians in APC are looking at, for which they have met with the 19 chairmen of CAN in northern Nigeria. That's 19 chairman of Christian Association of Nigeria in northern Nigeria and the FCT, is to decide where to platform to support. But this their platform have been narrowed, as far as I'm concerned, to two main platforms: PDP and Labour Party. It means they have a choice to make between Peter Obi of Labour Party and Atiku Abubakar of People's Democratic Party. Now, if you look at the criteria that Christian Association of Nigeria have given or has given, you find out that Peter Obi of Labour Party met all the requirements, literally and otherwise, to be the most preferred presidential candidates compared to Atiku Abubakar. I will tell you why. Atiku Abubakar has been linked to corruption based on several reports about him. A US congressman have gone to jail because of his relationship with Atiku Abubakar on the issue of money laundering. You can go to the US Embassy or state US Embassy websites and check out some of these things, or US Congress. Go to US Congress, go to their website. You see reports on Atiku Abubakar, his relationship with that man, that congressman that went to jail. There are corruption perception issues with Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. And then another one that is trailing him is the accusation of corruption leveled against him by former President Olusegun Obasanjo. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo, in his book My Watch, devoted a chapter on Atiku Abubakar, where he listed some of the corruption allegations against Atiku Abubakar. Ordinarily, if Atiku Abubakar is innocent, what he ought to have done was to file a libel suit against Obasanjo and curse that book from being published and stop that book from being published. That is how decent men do all over the world. But Atiku did not stop the publication of that book. That book, My Watch, you can still go to anywhere that books are sold. It's there in the market. Nothing stopped it. And Obasanjo has never edited out that particular portion, that particular chapter devoted to Atiku Abubakar's corruption, alleged corruption. Now, when Atiku Abubakar wanted to contest for president in 2019, what Atiku Abubakar did was to go and ask for forgiveness from Obasanjo instead of going to court so that court would clear his name. So by that corruption allegation hanging over his head, and then the issue of uh, the issue of the American congressman who has some financial dealings with him and is in jail. And Atiku Abubakar was not prosecuted because he had immunity as vice president and all that at the time. And up till now, it's an issue that is still being uh, looked at as an indictment on his part for for being associated with that particular American congressman. Is in the is if you go to State Department and website is there. I will look for it so that I'll be able to put it under this video so that you can read about it. So that kind of thing is those kind of hovering corruption allegation against him has already tainted his candidacy. So he cannot. That is one of the things that have disqualified him to be the candidate that Northern Christians, Forum of Northern Christians in APC should follow. So that knocked him out because among the criteria set by Khan, corruption is one of it. Then another thing that also really knocked off uh, Atiku Abubakar is that Atiku Abubakar supports open grazing. When the Benue state government enacted anti-open grazing law, Atiku Abubakar was among those who criticized that law. But that is the law that many people believe is the best option to solve the problem of farmers' headers, clashes and killings and displacement of communities that Nigeria is presently facing. But Atiku Abubakar think otherwise. Now, in the list of conditions given by the uh, political and strategy committee of Khan, they insisted that the presidential candidate that Khan supports or that churches in Nigeria should vote for must support anti-open grazing laws. Such a candidate must not support open grazing. That also knocked out Atiku Abubakar. Then another dimension, another thing that also knocked off Atiku Abubakar was his reaction when Deborah, the student of College of Education, Sokoto, was killed for blasphemy. If you recall, Atiku Abubakar was among the first Nigerians that condemned that killing in his Twitter handle. It didn't take after a short while, he dissociated himself from that condemnation and said that he didn't authorize that condemnation. Till date, Atiku Abubakar has not gone back to condemn that killing. Instead, what was more interesting to him was, or what he was interested in, was to extricate himself from the condemnation. So Atiku condemned the killing of Deborah when he discovered a pushback by his fellow Muslims apparently, he dissociated himself from that Twitter condemnation and then condemned the condemnation. Because what he did was to condemn the condemnation that was done on his behalf. Until this day, Atiku Abubakar has not come out to issue a statement to condemn what happened to Deborah. So he has shown that he is not sensitive to Nigeria's religious diversity. Because if he is, he would have stood his ground in that condemnation instead of telling us that he didn't authorize that condemnation. Because condemning the killing was not a bad thing. So, on what ground did Atiku condemn the condemnation that was done on his behalf over the death of Deborah? So that knocks him out, because it means that Atiku himself is not very sensitive to Nigeria's religious diversity. And we need a president in 2023 who will unify this country. And somebody who condemned the condemnation, or who rejects the condemnation of Deborah, obviously does not qualify to be a unifier. So that also knock him out. Now they talk about can also talk about the fact that the person must be of sound mind and all that. That one is also issue that if you look at it very well, you find out that the age, health, and everything is on the side of peterobi more than Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. So I think what can Northern Nigeria needs to do, and they need to do it quickly and see how far they can go, is to endorse Peter Obi as their preferred presidential candidate, so that they can vote for him massively, so that he can be able to clear the whole of North Central Nigeria, which is predominantly Northern Christian. And then other Middle Belt Nigeria, Northern Middle Belt states like Kaduna, Bauchi, all those other states, so that they can have them, even if you didn't win Castina, you didn't win Bauchi, you can get up to 20, 30, at least up to 30% of the vote there. So these are the kind of thing they need to do. Accept that P2B is the only candidate among the two major contenders when you remove APC out of the picture to be supported by Northern Christians who are incensed, who are angry, rightly, for being treated like second-class citizens and snubbed by Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that they are not good enough, that they cannot be able to generate the votes for him to win the 2023 presidential election. But meanwhile, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu appointed a Northern Christian, the governor of Plateau State, to be his director general, the director general of his campaign organization. And he think that people are fooled by that. If Lalong is not good enough to be vice president, he cannot win votes in Northern Nigeria by being vice presidential candidate to Tinubu, but can help to garner votes as director general of campaign organization. It means that Tinubu is taking the Northern Christians for granted. That's basically it. So what uh, former Speaker of the House of Representatives Dogara and the former Secretary to the Federal Government Babashi Lawal are doing is they are following the right direction, but let them not make the mistake of thinking that Atiku is the next best option for them, because he is not, unless they have no regard to what Khan said. Because from what Khan said, set up from the list of conditionalities made by Khan, Atiku Abubakar is a no-no. So whatever they eventually decide, let them not make the wrong choice that will increase the woes of Northern Christian, because Northern Christians need to be loved, need to be encouraged because of what they are passing through. They are the worst hits of the banditry that is ravaging much of north central Nigeria. They are the worst hits. They are the worst hit. Even in Niger State, they are among the worst hit, if not the worst hit. So they need to be, to be taken into consideration in this election. And they also have to help themselves by making the right choices. And from all indication, their choice making has been made easy by Christian Association of Nigeria's Political and Strategy Committee on that circular that they produced in July. They should go and study it very well. And if they follow it judiciously, they will find out that Peter Obi of the Labour Party met all the criteria to be the preferred candidate that they should support. And that Atiku Abubakar did not meet many of those conditionalities, and they have no business backing him. That is where my uh, my suggestion will end, because basically it is to pass information to them. And as you watch this video, I hope that you will, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, that you hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, and share this video until somebody among the leadership of Forum of Northern Christians in APC will see it. Because I have heard that some of them are romancing with Atiku Abubakar. Romancing with Atiku Abubakar will not help in solving the problem they want to deal with. Because Atiku Abubakar has failed some of the conditionalities put by Khan on who should be supported for the 2023 presidential election. So the ball is now on the court of Forum of Northern Christians in APC in their deliberations with the 19 in their deliberation with the chairman of the 19 Northern States Christian Association of Nigeria. That's it. Thank you for watching this video, and God bless you. Next time as I said earlier on, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel, anytime I have a new video, you will be among the first to know. God bless you.